What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people have been talking about over the past couple of days with the most recent update, and that is the future of KINGBRAM. Because if you guys don't know, this is my main team. This has been my main team on JP since day one. This is who I've always used, and a lot of people are talking about, well, you know, Darkskin, does KINGBRAM fall off late game? Does KINGBRAM fall off once Pin Team comes out? Does KINGBRAM fall off with this or with that? So I'm here to talk about basically the future of KINGBRAM and what's happening and what's going to happen, and like how I'm going to go about using this team in the late game, right? So starting out, if you guys don't know how this team works, and it's not even the team, primarily Hellbram. If you guys don't know how Hellbram works, Hellbram, his passive is a very big factor in this team. Right, so if you don't know, increases base stats by 5% per each surviving ally. So basically, Hellbram is getting a 15% base stat boost from Gowther, King, Merlin, right? It applies for all three of his teammates. Then, if you look at King's passive, King is also giving him 8% because he's a fairy. So, Hellbram is getting a 23% increase to his base stats, basically. That's literally what's happening. So as you can see, like, his stats is 12,000, 6,600, and then 102,000. He has attack gear on, attack defense, and then these three have HP defense on. So it's like, how does this work? Well, how it works is, once you get in game, he gets all those buffs. So I'm going to be showing you guys the buffs, and then we're going to be talking about, you know, what it means, etc., this, that, and the third. So let me go ahead and go here. We can go like to a small book stage, doesn't matter. Right now I have Merlin on my team, right? Keep in mind, his attack stat was 12,000, his defense stat was 6,600, and then his HP stat was 102,000. Now this is what his stats look like in game, right? This is what his stats look like in game. 15,600 attack stat, 132,000 HP, and 8,600 defense. This is how KINGBRAM works, right? Not only is he getting his passive from everybody, he is also getting boosted from King. If you look at King, King's also getting boosted from himself, because obviously he's a fairy as well. But he's getting 10,600 and then 800, whereas Hellbram's getting 30,000, almost 2,000, and then 3,500 increase. So like, that just goes to show how many stats he's getting. Right now, say I was to take Merlin off or somebody else off, then obviously he'd be getting less stats. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you don't know, especially for this team, because like, I know with Penetration team, you run Pierce subs for Meliodas and Lilia, and you can run resistant subs for Valenti, etc. So it's like, they're not going to be getting their base stats. But if you look at Hellbram, all of his gear is base stats, right? All of his gear is attack, defense, HP, all of that. It's all base stats. So once UR gear comes out, right, and whenever Hellbram gets his UR gear, all of his base stats are going to get buffed. And then his passive is going to multiply all of those base stats by his passive percent, and then by King's passive percent, and then like, it's just going to all multiply into itself, right? Along with King is going to be getting super buffed as well. Gowther is going to be getting buffed whenever, I mean, Gowther and Merlin are obviously, when they get UR gear, they're going to get an increase. But the main two units that are going to be getting the increase are King from King's passive, and then Hellbram from Hellbram's passive and King's passive. Because all of these are scaling off of base stats, which is going to be attack, defense, and HP, right? So like, a lot of people are like, well, how does it work? Are you going to be able to use the team? KINGBRAM is not its own team. I know a lot of people think it is. I know a lot of people think it's its own little, it's not. KINGBRAM is literally ult rush, right? My job is to rush ults as fast as possible and then nuke. If you guys don't know, my King is 6'6", my Hellbram 6'6", my Gowther is 3'6", my Merlin is 2'6". Now I'm obviously going to get them all 6'6" eventually, but yeah, but the point of the team is to ult rush. Rush ult as fast as possible. So, with me getting all those extra defensive stats and HP stats, etc., that's going to really help me tank, because if you like, KINGBRAM naturally has low combat class, and the reason why is Hellbram has low combat class, and they made it this way on purpose. It's not like a random thing. They made Hellbram have low combat class simply because of how his passive works, right? His passive is giving him 15% base stats. Let's say this passive was active before the match started, right? So it was like counted towards the combat class. This team would have the highest combat class in the game. Outside of humans will probably be more because of the HP buff. But anyways, they understand how his stats and how his passive work. So they made him have low combat class outside of the game, because when you get in the game, he's going to be getting all these hidden combat class buffs. And they understand how King works with him as well. Gowther naturally has low combat class, right? Like, we look at Gowther. Gowther's at 40,000, right? Then we look at Merlin. Merlin is at 40,000 as well. Keep in mind, I have more UR outfits for Gowther, I believe. Here, let me go look. Okay, I have 4 UR outfits there, 2 UR weapons, and then 3 UR headpieces. I don't think I have 4 UR for Merlin. Right? Okay, I do have 4 for Merlin. 4 for Merlin, 3, and then 4. Right? Now, there's some units in the game that have high combat class. So it's like, you look at Hellbram, you look at Gowther, you look at Merlin, and then you look at King. Alright, so King has 43,000. So he has 3,000 more combat class than Gowther, Merlin, etc. Now keep in mind, Gowther is 3.6 with 40k. Merlin is 2.6 with 40k. So Merlin naturally has higher combat class than Gowther, as well as both of them having more combat class than what's called Hellbram. Now watch this, right? Watch this. This just goes to show. I'm gonna put the HP set on Hellbram. Hellbram with an HP set on, HP defense, 6.6 ultimate is only 40k. So he's not even beating Merlin or Gowther with the HP defense set. All of his cosmetics are max, right? So with an HP defense set, 6.6, he's not beating Gowther, who's 3.6, or Merlin, who's 2.6. So that just goes to show you his combat class is naturally lower than most units. But yeah, that's how KINGBRAM works. Now, like I said, as far as late game and everything like that, UR gear is going to be very detrimental to this team having success, simply because if you get, like, I'm probably going to go second, right? That's probably what's going to happen. But, like, going second doesn't matter with this team. It's actually a lot of the time better, because it's like, if I go second, I can rush 2 ultimates turn 2 instead of only rushing 1 ult turn 2, comparatively. But it's like with UR gear, I'm going to be buffing my attack, my defense, my HP. All of my stats are going to go up, and it's going to help me tank that first turn. Because going against mono red or penetration team, etc., I'm going to need as much stats as possible to be able to make it to my second turn. Because, like, with pin team, Lilia can take away ults, but it's not a super high chance that she will get 2 cards, because she needs a level 2 card to do it. On top of, I can just petrify her. And with that team not having King on it, you can't cleanse. Right? So for all of the people asking what's the future of KINGBRAM, how does it work, what's going to happen, KINGBRAM can still work 100% in the end game, in the late game. Alright? And I basically just broke it all the way down for you guys in this video. Like I said, I switched Merlin. Merlin now has an HP defense set, because, I mean, like, she's in the 4th slot, number 1. And number 2, she has 10k attack stat, right? She has HP defense on with 10k attack. Really nice. I'm going to get UR gear. The attack's not going to go up because it's HP defense. But it's like 10k attack with having a whole bunch of HP and defense is going to be super, super worth. Along with King. King has ignores resistance on his ultimate, so I don't need his attack stat to be super high comparatively to his HP being super high, simply so I can tank Green Escanor and everybody else. And then same thing with Gowther. Gowther, his ult's going to hit hard enough. Most people don't target him on this team, so he's going to be able to stack his passive quite a bit. Unless it's AoEs, which is perfectly fine. But Gowther naturally has high defensive stats, if you guys didn't know. So if we look, right, crit resistance 67%. His crit defense is lower, but like that's because his resistance is super high. 90% resistance is like really good. Like that's like really good. Just to compare, we look at King's resistance, it's 30. So Gowther has 60% more resistance than King. That just goes to show you like how much you know, he has. Now, I do have some resistant rolls, as you can see. Hold on. I don't have any on this one, but look. So I have 16% resistance. So even without the 16%, I'm still pushing what? 70% resistance? 70 plus? So it's like I'm still like way over with Gowther. So Gowther having those defensive stats, King getting his passive with those defensive stats and everything, it's all gonna help me because in this game, HP gives you the most combat class, then attack, then defense, right? That's why HP is a 4-piece set and attack's a 4-piece set because it goes HP defense. You gotta pick. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is gonna unravel in the late game. I'm excited to show you guys how this is going to work in the late game as well, because I know a lot of you guys are iffy or skeptical or don't really know how it's going to work or if KINGBRAM's going to work, but it is. I'm probably going to use this team all the way until Lost Vein Meliodas comes out. Once Lost Vein Meliodas comes out, I'll probably take Hellbram off for the most part, because Lost Vein Meliodas is just too good of a unit. I'm sorry. But anything before that, I'm probably using this team. So anyways, that's going to be for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.